I'm walking you through step by step how to perform a loan signing so you can show up confident, professional, and ready to get the signing done right. What's up, Notary Gang? It's your girl, Stephanie McAfee, back again with another video. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a video. Let's get into it. Are you nervous about your first loan signing? Worried you'll mess up or freeze when the signer asks you a question? Don't worry, I've got you covered. In today's video, I'm walking you through step by step how to perform a loan signing so you can show up confident, professional, and ready to get the signing done right. Whether you're brand new or just brushing up on your skills, this guide will help you to make a great impression and help you to avoid those costly mistakes. As a loan signing agent, your job is going to start before you even meet with the signer. You'll receive a notification with all of the signer's contact information. You should have received those documents. You're going to prep for your meeting. First things first, you want to check the time, the date, and the location of that signing. You're going to check for any special instructions. Some title companies have specific instructions that they want you to follow. They may need that package right away after you complete the signing. Just look for those and make sure that you follow them to a T. Next, you want to print the documents on either letter or legal size paper. Next, you want to double check for any scan backs or required IDs that the title company or lender is requesting. Once you've printed out your documents, you're going to organize the documents in the signing orders. Most of the time, when you get those orders that come over to you, they will have instructions that will say, do not reorganize the documents. Keep them in the same order as what they came over to you as. Some title companies are very picky as to what order those documents are coming back to them in. Next, you want to tag your documents, your sign here tabs. I'll show you the ones that I use. These are the sign here tabs that I use for my loan documents. And I've been doing this for 8 years now, and I still tag my documents. It not only helps me, it helps the signer to know where to sign, because if we're going through the documents, most people do like to read, and then once they've gotten to the end of reading, they forget where I've told them to sign. Having this sticky on the documents is a big help. I always recommend putting stickies. I don't care how long you've been in the notary gang. I always recommend putting the sign here tabs on your signature lines because we're only human. We make mistakes. Adding this to your documents ensures that you don't miss a signature. Get some of these. They're on Amazon. I think I paid like $1 for a bunch of these. I don't even remember. I think they were maybe like 10 of these came in. Use your sign tabs. You will not regret it, I promise you. You also want to check to see what color pen they are preferring that you use. Most companies say blue ink now. I still get companies that want black ink. So just check to see if they have a preference on pen color. If they don't, then just use blue. Quick pro tip for you, I always carry extra pens, hand sanitizer, your notary journal, and ID verification tools. Next, you want to try to arrive at least 10 to 15 minutes prior to the appointment. This gives you time to just do a little prepping in the car if you need to. After 8 years of doing notary work, I still get butterflies when I am getting ready to perform a signing. I don't know what it is. I don't know where it comes from. I guess I just love what I do. I don't know. I usually don't go to the door until the last 5 minutes, only because some people, they might not even be ready for you until that time. They might still be cleaning up their house. They might be trying to clean off the area where you're gonna sign. They might not even be there. Arrive at least 10 to 15 minutes so you can mentally prepare yourself, go over the signing order one more time, check the name, check that county to see exactly where you're gonna be signing so you can make sure that's correct on your notary certificate. You also wanna dress professionally. Don't wear jeans, don't wear a t-shirt, don't wear any crop tops, leggings. No, dress professionally. You wanna make that great impression so people can leave you those reviews, your Google reviews. Make sure that you're dressing the parts and can provide a sense of professionalism to your signer. Greet your signer with confidence. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Hancock. I'm Stephanie McAfee, your notary signing agent. I will be walking you through and notarizing your loan documents today. Your job is to guide the signer. You're not giving them a full-blown explanation as to what the documents are. Please stay away from that. You don't want to accidentally confidently give them legal advice. I'll tell you exactly how I prep my signers for the signing before we even sign anything. And I'll do that for you at the end of the video. Here are a few key documents that you can introduce clearly to your signer. The closing disclosure, also known as the CD. You're going to point out the interest rate, the monthly payment, and the cash to close. Say, this is your closing disclosure, also known as your CD. It is a final statement of your loan terms. This is your monthly payment, your interest. This is your cash to close. It includes all of your closing costs within this document. Show them where they need to sign. Let them review it. They sign, date, and then I move on. Next, you have the note. You're going to explain to the borrower that this is their promise to pay back the loan. Next, they're going to have their deed of trust or the mortgage. It's about 19 to 20 pages. You'll also have your initial escrow disclosure, your notice of right to cancel if it's a refinance, and your first payment letter. If they do have questions that you are not allowed to answer, you can simply respond by saying, that is a great question. However, I am not authorized to answer that question for you, but I'd be happy to go ahead and get lender or title on the line so they can assist you with getting that question answered. I do have a video that explains the 5 most important documents in the loan package. It gives you a brief description of what you can provide to that signer without giving any legal advice. Feel free to check it out. I'll put the video here or here. I'm not sure where. I think it's here, but I'll put it here for you to check it out if you want. That'll help you get familiar with the main documents. But as long as you can explain to the signer what those 5 documents are, then you'll be okay. The main thing that I want you to remember is learning these documents, they're going to take time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take you time to get comfortable with explaining these documents to the signers. Another quick little tip for you that you can do if you decide to do it, great. If not, that's okay. But something that I did when I first started out is I looked up what each of these documents meant and I wrote it down on a little sticky note and I stuck it to that specific document. That way, it helped me to better explain to the signer what the purpose of that document was. That is a strategy that you can use as well to help you get through that signing. I know some notaries may think that's super unprofessional, but honestly, it's not. What's unprofessional is you going to the signing, a signer asking you, what is the purpose of this document, or can you tell me what it is that I'm signing, and you have no idea what that document is. Being prepared or taking that extra step to know what that document is, even if you have to place a sticky note on it, is gonna take you a long way. Make sure that you notarize the documents that only require notarization. Wherever you see the notarial wording, that's where you're gonna notarize. I know that sometimes on the U.S. Patriot Act form, the ones that the government requires the signing agent to fill out to make sure that the signer's identification has been verified to protect against money laundering and fraud, that document requires you to sign, but you are not supposed to stamp it. That's like you notarizing your own signature. Don't do that. You're just gonna sign it, date it, and then put the title notary signing agent. That's it. You don't need to stamp that document. Check that the name printed on the documents matches the name on the signer's ID. When you arrive for your signing, you've introduced yourself. You can ask them to retrieve their ID, and that's where you can look at it, do your ID verification. I have my notary journal out. I have their documents along with my documents. I have a copy to give to my signer. Make sure that you print 2 sets of documents, one for the signers to sign, the other copy is for the signers to keep, depending on what type of package it is. I have the rescission calendar on the table. I've written on a sticky the month, date, and year that we are going to be signing on. I have my pins placed on the table, and I have my notary stamp. I have everything set up in a manner where I don't need to go back in my bag and grab anything. Leave the ID on the table for the duration of the signing. Make sure that the signer is willing and aware of what they are signing. Again, at the end of the video, I will walk you through what I do at the beginning of our signing before we even sign. You want to make sure that the jurat and acknowledgement wording is the proper wording for your specific state. Always check this. When you are filling out your journal, you're doing it in the presence of the signer. You don't want to do it once you've left or even before the signing. Even if your state doesn't require it, best practice is to fill it out anyway. Make make sure that you stamp clearly and correctly. Make sure that your stamp is inked up before you go to that signing. Do a couple practice stamps on a blank document. Once you've gotten all of your documents signed, you want to do a quick review. You'll just say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Smith, your signing is complete. If you could just allow me a few moments to go over the documents to make sure we haven't missed anything, that would be great. Then you'll just review all of your documents. Make sure everywhere that is needed to be signed and dated and notarized has already been done. Once you're done reviewing all of your documents, you're going to thank the signer and let them know the next steps and when you'll be shipping their documents. After that, you'll leave. This is what I'll do when I get to my car. I'll pull up the order. I will go through my completion report, put in the FedEx tracking or the UPS tracking, whichever shipping label they've sent me. I will put everything in, and then I will head back to my office if they need scan backs. If they don't need any scan backs, then I will just head to the shipping company, FedEx or UPS, whichever one they've sent me a label for. If they do require scan backs, if you have a mobile scanner, great. If not, it's okay to go back to your office and get those documents scanned. Scans usually aren't due back for 1 to 2 hours after the signing. I've even seen up to 3 hours, but it is best practice to get them at least 1 to 2 hours after the signing has been completed. That way you don't hold anything up with title or the lender to get the closing finalized. When you drop them off at your FedEx, UPS, whichever one, that you are obtaining a receipt. Please do not drop the documents off in a Dropbox because sometimes it can get lost and then they're going to be calling you to try to figure out where their package is. And what if you collected a check from the signer and it's in that package? I want you to physically walk into your FedEx, UPS, hand them the documents and get a receipt. You're going to take a picture of that receipt and you're going to send it over to the company that contracted you. All right, now I'm going to just go through my little script that I like to say before I hop into signing any documents. Before we start signing, I do like to go over just a couple of points. I am not a lawyer. I can't provide any legal explanations of these documents. As we go through your documents, I will give you a brief description of the document. If you do have any questions, we can always reach out and ask. They say okay, and then I go, are you the person named in the documents you're about to sign? And you understand what you're signing today. They say yes, and then we will simply move forward with our signing. If you're getting somebody that's like, I really don't know what these documents are, I don't feel comfortable with signing them, then that is a sign for you to halt that signing. And that's it. That's how you perform a loan signing from start to finish. If you want extra help building your notary business, check the link in the description below to join my 60-day notary mentorship program. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!